Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode. It's your spiritual bestie, Big Taj, and today we are going to talk about spiritual protection. Now, I know I'm late this week on the Spiritual Intelligence 101. I apologize. Your girl has been booked and busy. Now, I ain't mad at it, but I am a little bit tired. So, I still wanted to make sure that I made time to get this information out to you guys because I feel like it's so many people who are just now going on a spiritual journey and they need a place to go in order for them to figure out what the fuck to do, because that was probably my biggest thing when I started this journey, was not knowing how to protect myself. And that's the reason why I started this journey, because I was spiritually attacked and I was just like, oh no, baby, I fight in the real world. We're going to have to rumble on the spiritual side. So one of the biggest things that I was after was how to protect myself. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't find it out till about a year later. I was struggling. I went through a lot of growing pains, and I don't want other people to have to go through this. So I'm going to give you guys some tips. I'm going to give you guys some tricks. This is not an all-inclusive list. This is bare basics, bare minimum, and we can expound on this later on. And then at the end, I'm going to give y'all a meditation for how to clear and shield y'all energy. And then in the next episode, we're going to talk about spiritual hygiene. And then the next episode after that, we're going to talk about clearing and shielding your home, because all of them are important when it comes to spiritual health, spiritual hygiene, and making sure that you're protecting your motherfucking energy. Okay. Right. So let's start with protective agents. Okay. Some of the main protective agents are going to be salt. That's why anytime you see a witchy movie, they put a salt circle around the person and make the person stand within the salt circle. Salt is so effective when it comes to protecting your energy. In fact, I was getting spiritually attacked while I was overseas in El Salvador, which is a very spiritual place. So be careful when people around you want to go to spiritual places, because they might have an attachment if you are anchoring the light in. Okay. And those attachments may lure you to those places so that they have more access to the magical energy. Okay. So just be careful, because I, was slipper slacking on my pippin. So salt is a really good agent to use. Some people will put it on a plate and put it underneath their bed where they sleep. Some people will kind of circle their bed. If you're going to use a circle of salt, you just need to make sure that it's a thick circle and that there's no breaks in that circle. Okay. And in the end, this will make sense. Okay. But salt, you can sprinkle it, across your door path, or you can put like a line. Okay. Urine is another great, protective agent. Okay. And I mean your urine. Don't use nobody else's urine. Now, I ain't saying all that. I'm saying your urine. There is so much power in your urine, and they tell you that it's waste. Everything that they tell you is waste, they fucking lying. Yeah. Why the you lying? Because they don't want you to protect yourself. That's why. But urine. Okay. And anything that I'm telling you in this video, you do not have to use the physical representation of it. Everything exists as a frequency first. So you can just call on the energy of your urine, call on the energy of salt. And when I say salt, I don't mean Himalayan salt. I don't mean Epsom salt. I mean sea salt. Okay. The salt of the sea. All right. And then the last one is your menses, women, your menses. Okay. They tell you that it's waste, but it's not. You can use your menses for a lot of stuff. Like if you want clear skin, what spirit gives me when it talks about the menses is that it acts as an amplifier. So I don't know if that is meant for somebody, but I'm just going to put that out there. All right. When it comes to cleaning and cleansing agents, our cleansing agents are going to be sage. Okay. Sage just moves energy around, and sage kind of clears all energy. So open up them windows if you're going to be saging. You don't want the energy just running around in your motherfucking house. Okay. It just moves the stagnant energy. That's it. Open up something so that it has somewhere to go. All right. If you're going to use sage, always lock it in with an incense. I don't know why. That's what my mama has always told me. And that's what I do. Okay, because we listen to our elders. Also, Palo Santo. Now, I am a Palo Santo girl. Palo Santo for me is better than sage because it feels like it targets specifically negative energy, but I don't have no evidence to back that up. I just got a gut feeling. And let me show you what some of these look like. This is going to be sage. All right. And you can buy sage bundles and make your own. Yeah. This is going to be Palo Santo. Palo Santo kind of looks like a piece of wood. Here's a bigger piece. Okay. And here are some incense. Okay. Now you can make your own incense, and I would actually encourage y'all to make your own incense, make your own sage bundles, get y'all some Palo Santo, make your own candles. Why? Because then you can set your intention over them for what you want them to be used for. You can, put your own ingredients in there, because there's certain herbs and crystals and all of that that go specifically with protection. Yeah. And we'll talk about that in another episode. Maybe I'll do an episode on protective herbs and stuff this week as well. And then you need some regular schmegular candles. Okay. The best candles for getting rid of negative energy are going to be white candles. Okay. White purity. Think white purity. All right. Now, there's also vinegar. These are going to be our cleaning agents. We have vinegar, okay? Vinegar cleans everything. I'm talking about if you're washing your hair and you're trying to make sure that your crown is clean, wash your hair with vinegar. So wash your hair with regular soap or whatever shampoo you use first. Put vinegar in a like squeegee bottle. Put it all through your hair. Let the vinegar or apple cider vinegar, one of the two, let the vinegar kind of sit there for a second, wash it through your hair, and then wash your hair again afterwards, deep condition. Vinegar gets every piece of dirt, grime up out of there, all right? Creoline. Creoline is old school, okay? It's old school, but it's specific to negative energy. And when you are cleaning your home, you can mop your floors with creoline instead of Florida water. Creoline can be a replacement for that. But you can call on the energy of creoline as well. And when I talk about how you open your crown and how you clear and shield your energy, that'll make more sense. All right. Crystals. Crystals are good for clearing. Crystals can really help you with anything, but amethyst, clear quartz, rose quartz, all of those really good for clearing your energy out. And then light, pure white light, which again, you can call on as a frequency, and that'll make sense a little bit later. All right. Those are your protective agents. Now, how do you protect yourself? I'm going to give you guys a very, very basic way. And this is a starter. Once you start with this, you want to do this for at least 4 months. And I would do it as soon as you wake up, right before you go to sleep. The reason why I would do it as soon as you wake up is because you're about to start your day. You want to make sure you're protected throughout your day. Okay. Right before you go to sleep, because you're about to go to sleep and you're going to enter into another realm, you need to make sure that your protections are up. Anytime that you leave the house and you're about to go somewhere, you want to make sure your protections are up. You want to make sure you clear that place in advance, which is something that I'm going to teach y'all when we talk about clearing your home, clearing spaces. Okay. Because spaces are what connects us all. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the OA, but we are in, there's so many different beings in different dimensions that are all piled up on top of each other, only 90 degrees separation. Okay. Space is what connects us, these four walls. So there's a lot of energy that needs to be cleared before you go into certain spaces, because if there is a dimension that is close to us, they are able to manipulate the dimension below them. Y'all don't hear me though. So this is very basic, but after you get the basics, I need you to use your imagination. Your imagination is how you create this reality. Everything you see in this reality started in the mind, which means that your mind got to be strong, which means that your imagination got to be strong, because that's your right brain. That's the feminine. That's 90% of who you are mentally. That is where everything is housed that dictates how you act when you get up in the morning, what you see in your reality. Okay. So your imagination, which is how our ancestors used to communicate, we wasn't even verbal people. The alpha beta system was so that we can communicate with the humans, with the Caucasians who came from the Caucasus Mountains. We were telepaths. Okay. So if you can visualize in your head, try to visualize a gold bubble around yourself. And I want you to expand it out 6 feet in each direction. I mean, you need to look up, you need to look down, you need to look left, you need to look right, you need to look front, you need to look back. Okay, the star, up, down, left, right, front, back. And I want you to go all the way around the circle and make sure that it's completely filled in. Please pay attention to y'all back. Please pay attention to underneath y'all, because people who do this, or when I'm, working with my mentees and I go and I check they bubble, it's the back and it's always the bottom. Sometimes it's the top that they do not fill in. Make sure it's filled all the way in. Some people will see this instead of an orb, they will see, or a sphere, they will see this as an egg. Okay. Like a crystal egg. I am perfectly fine with that. Now, once you see yourself in the egg, right, you want to see yourself in the egg. You want to expand it out in each direction, 6 feet, and you need to hold that image in your head. Hold it for as long as you can. I would say if you got 5 minutes, hold it for 5 minutes. All right. And then I want you to get up inside of the egg, inside of the protection, and I want you to go and kick on the walls. All right. In every direction. You know what it feels like when something is hard. I need you to imagine that this thing is hard and keep kicking it, because you don't want it to be paper thin. Now, it does take time for you to build this up. When you first start this, those protections are not going to be that strong. Sometimes I go and check people's protections and they flying through the motherfucking air. All right. So You need to do this over and over again so you can build the concentration of energy around you. And it usually takes about 3 to 4 months before your protections feel really, really strong. Now, after you kick and make sure that it's hard, you want to hold the image. I would say if you are really good with visuals, try to make it look like a crystal so that it looks hard, feels hard, nothing can come in and out. But you want to make sure it's big so you got space around you. Okay. So once you get it hard, I want you to see yourself in the center. And now it's time for you to clear your energy. You need to do this 2 times a day. And I would suggest that when you're doing this, you do it in the same spot every single day because you built up the concentration of energy around you, and it's going to be easier for you to get back into the visual. All right. So once you got your thing hard, your shell or your egg hard, you're going to visualize yourself in the center of this thing. And you can do it from the inside, or you can do it as if you're looking into this thing. Okay. What I want you to do is open up your crown. Some people will see it kind of like a door, like those hatches that kind of come down if somebody's trying to keep you in a room in a movie. Like some people will see it kind of open up like a pothole like that. Me, I see a lotus flower, okay? And it opens up like this. When it opens up, you need to stretch it 1 mile in each direction. You remember what our directions are? Left and right, front and back, up and down, okay? Stretch it as far as you possibly can. And then I want you to see a bright white light coming down through that lotus flower, okay? And you're going to imagine that the white light is pushing down darkness, okay? And then you're going to see it just pushing down, pushing down, pushing down, pushing down, pushing down, okay? And then you need to go all the way down until you pushing darkness out of your feet, and I need you to push. You know what it feels like to move energy? Push it. Your body already knows what to do. You need to trust your body, okay? And you need to do that. Push it out. And then afterwards, I say clear, 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 just to make sure, and do it really fast, all right? And then you fill up this area with pink foam. You want to fill up the entire bubble, the entire egg, with pink foam energy. Pink foam energy is pure love. And I need you to let it into every single cell in your body. Okay. When you see that white light come down, let it into every cell in your body. Imagine the cells in your body just opening up and letting this white light in. Okay. Same with the pink foam. Let it come through your skin. Fill it all the way up to the top. This should take you about 5 minutes. I know it's drawn out because I'm explaining it to you like this, but it should take about 5 minutes. Okay. And then the last thing that you are going to do is set your filters. Now, your filters are going to be your intentions. Baby, if you don't learn nothing from me, you better learn that them intentions is the most important thing about you, because what you expect to happen shapes your reality. Your intentions are you setting the remote control to what you expect to see. Okay. So when you're setting filters, what I would focus on is what you do want. I'm going to have an amazing day today. No energy that is not aligned with my highest good will be able to stick to me. My protection is impenetrable, things like that. But you can also go on the other side as well and say, no energy that wants to corrupt my mind, that wants to influence me, that wants to condition me, that wants to hypnotize me, that wants to control me, may have access to my energy. Whatever the filters are, make them up. Make them very specific to your life. Make them very specific to whatever you're going through at that moment. And then I need you to drop a cloak over yourself, okay? Literally like Harry Potter's cloak. Drop a cloak over yourself and see yourself disappear. And then you come out of it. And then you do that again at nighttime, okay? That is how you protect yourself as you start off. Now, when you get more advanced, use geometry, y'all. I did a whole series on my YouTube about sacred geometry. Shapes are how energy organizes itself in this reality, okay? Every single one has a purpose. So adding maybe a circle in the middle, a square on the outside, a triangle outside of that, or a pyramid is what so it's a sphere, a cube inside of a cube, inside of a pyramid. Okay. Pyramids are impenetrable. That's the most stable shape we have. And that is why we have the pyramids, because those were actually defense centers outside of being healing centers. Okay. They could lock themselves in there and nobody would be able to get in. That's T. Don't miss it. But you want to set your intentions. You want to put your filters over you. One thing that I like to say, if somebody's energy is not aligned with my highest good, they will be stopped in their tracks. Okay. Now, as you build this up, your protections get stronger and stronger, and you'll have to do this less and less. But I would say for at least 4 months, you need to do it in the morning time, and you need to do it at night. Okay. Make sure you are protecting your energy before you leave your house. Do you hear me? I hope you hear me. All right. This is our episode on spiritual protection. I know, again, this was the basics. I really hope this helps you. Once you get into this, once you start to get more advanced, use your imagination. Like, you can have dragons, you can have Venus flytraps, you can have little energy converters that convert any negative energy into positive energy that makes you more beautiful. You know, you can say something when it comes to your filters as any energy that is sent my way or any attention that was given to me, show me by filling my bank account. Any attention or any negative energy that's given to me, show me by making me more beautiful. Whatever the case is, get creative. Make it specific to you and your life and what you be experiencing. But that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll talk about spiritual hygiene. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And until next time.